important for Alan is that you are here to support him because all the arena will be cheering for Łukasz Różański.
It is very important because we started this journey together. He's helped me a lot, and he always comes and support me in my fights. And I try and always, I got very hands-on approach with the fighters I manage, so I try and support them when I can. And I was this big moment for Alan. It's a big moment for me as well because from going to nobody, from no fight to being world champion. That's good. Shut up, you nuts, you fucking pedophile. This guy's a pedophile. He have sex with young kids. Pedophile.
Mieliśmy tutaj oczywiście Martina Bakole, który przeszedł koło nas i krzyczał do Dilliana Whyte'a, natomiast Dillian Whyte, jeżeli chodzi o Alana Babicza, no to mówił, że tak dla Alana jest bardzo ważne, że Dillian jest tutaj, ponieważ obaj wspierają się wzajemnie i Alan Babicz bywał na walkach Dilliana, więc on jest dzisiaj tutaj na walce Alana. Thank you very much.
It's good. Shut up, you nuts, you fucking pedophile. This guy's a pedophile. He have sex with young kids. Pedophile.
Mieliśmy tutaj oczywiście Martina Bakole, który przeszedł koło nas i krzyczał do Dilliana Whyte'a, natomiast Dillian Whyte, jeżeli chodzi o Alana Babicza, no to mówił, że tak dla Alana jest bardzo ważne, że Dillian jest tutaj, ponieważ obaj wspierają się wzajemnie i...
What's going on, people? It's your man, the YP, back once again. This is classic. So, for you man who don't know, yeah, I did a video yesterday, Dillian Whyte and Martin Bakole. Well, it was more Martin Bakole. Martin Bakole's beg friending, yeah? Martin Bakole's doing what he's supposed to do. Begging to get put on some game. And in that video, Bakole basically just waffling. Bakole's giving it the finger and Dillian says come upstairs. Neither man wants to squabble, bottom line. Can I blame him? Dillian Whyte's worth, allegedly, I guess around 10 mil, maybe 15, who knows. Either way, Dillian's a millionaire. Bakole wants to be put onto the millionaire game, so he's chasing. We've seen this playbook before. It's not the first time it's happened. Anyway, what I'm saying is, this was an escalation, obviously, to some extent. Well, I guess it was an escalation, because calling someone a nonce, if you call someone a nonce, yeah, that's a UK specific word. But to come out and say you're a pedo, that's like that's a proper violation. Now, yesterday I hypothesised that Bakole wouldn't get this fight just by waffling. Now, looking at Dillian, he's obviously irritated. I've never seen Dillian melt down in this way before, in that sense. Just completely lost his head. Is it a bad thing? No. Is it a good thing? I think it's alright, but it only makes sense if Dillian is about to fight Bakole. Otherwise, he's lost his head for nothing. I actually think Dillian should really just take the high road on this one, assuming he has no intention of fighting Bakole, which is what I expect. I expect Dillian, there's no money in Bakole. And people have said, oh, but it's not about the money. It's not about the money, but this ain't even one of them ones. It's not like Dillian's a top fighter or Bakole's a top fighter. Bakole ain't done nothing. I want to see if Bakole should be really... I'm not sure. I was about to say Bakole should be calling out Dubois, but they're all just average, aren't they, these days? That's got to be said. Dubois, after that Lorena performance, Dubois average. Bakole, okay, he beat Yoka on points. This is supposed to be the heavyweight division, in that sense. Knocking people out. Bakole in there going 12 rounds. Bakole in there stopping or jacking against Michael Hunter. Do you know what I mean? Why isn't Bakole chasing around? I'm not even saying that I don't like it. I'm just questioning. Dillian didn't pop your cherry for you. Yeah? Dillian didn't take your virginity. Michael Hunter did. And the relevance of that to this particular situation is the same way. Why does Martin Bakole think he's special to Dillian? The same way Bakole didn't think Michael Hunter was special to him. Even though Hunter was the man who popped his cherry for him. You don't see Bakole chasing around Hunter. Why? There's no money in it. Do you understand that, people? So that's why I'm not people are, oh, this fight needs to happen. I don't think it does. All this signals to me from Bakole is that he won a payday. Yeah? Because if this game was about pride, from Bakole's point of view, he'd be chasing Michael Hunter around and saying, I want my cherry back. My cherry that you popped, I want it back. That's where, you know what I mean? Any solid guy would want that get back. And I think it's a winnable fight. Michael Hunter's small in that sense. Bakole, you hear Bakole talk about, I knocked out Joe Joyce in sparring, or I knocked out Anthony Joshua in sparring. All these sparring stories from Bakole. When it mattered, he jacked. Do you know what I mean? He folded, didn't want to be there no more. And then after the fight, he says, oh, there was things going on, he jacked. But I'm like, do you know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not hating on Bakole, but you have to give the full context here, people. And again, there was some beef on the stairs. Dillian says, let's go upstairs, implying he's going to fight. And Bakole says, no, let's do it in the ring. Again, beg friending. Begging to be put on. Dillian, please put me on. Dillian, put me on to this boxing money game. That's what you might as well have come out and done. And this bit here, I've already told Bakole what to do, in all fairness. This was after, but still. Bakole should have jumped on the interview and double-legged Dillian, live on TV. That's what should have happened. That will get him the fight. Bakole should have pulled up, shot for the double leg, and even if you get, that's the thing about brawls, even if you get whooped, it's still a good look for you, in that sense. Even if Bakole shot for the double leg and ends up getting stuffed, that footage is invaluable. Wow, Bakole really wants this. He really about it. He's set about Dillian. Win, lose or draw, if you set about someone, you get a little bit of credit. Do you know what I'm saying? Instead, this big buff dude, 6 foot whatever, is out here shouting at Dillian on TV camera. I just don't get that. I never understood that myself. If you want someone who's standing 10 metres away, go and put on them. Don't be doing all the shouting thing. That's like you know what I mean? How many times do you see end of the night or whatever, females shouting? They ain't trying to squabble. They're just pipe. You know what I mean? Their voice is just going like that. They ain't really trying to get down and get at it though. Do you understand? And that's what this really was. Bakole just begging for some coins. I'm not sure where he's going with this one. Do I think Dillian takes the fight? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Especially not after seeing Joe Joyce. Why? Dillian Whyte versus Bakole would be a hard industry. Well, it's not as high level, but still. Joyce versus Zhang was an industry fight. I said that from the start. I said, I don't know why Joe taking this one. Even though I thought he would win. Bakole versus Whyte is another industry fight. It's a who needs that fight. From Dillian's point of view. If Dillian wins, that's what he's supposed to do. And if he loses, he's completely out of the conversation. Right now, Dillian Whyte is in the AJ conversation. Dillian Whyte is in the Wilder conversation. Even if you say Dillian Whyte's in the Ruiz situation, all them 3 options are multiples. I'm talking 5 or 10 times bigger for Dillian than Bakole. Hence, like I said yesterday, Bakole will or would have to do something massive, like shoot him through his legs. Yeah, give him a feint up top, and shoot for the legs and squeeze them tightly together. Daniel Cormier style, and pick the guy up. That's what will get this fight. Dillian has to get punked for some ego to kick in. Right now, all these guys are in there. Money. Oh, it's all about them. And I get it. You need money to live, but still. Bakole has to get... If Bakole wants this fight, I don't believe shouting's going to get him there. He's going to have to do something that questions Dillian's, or Dillian as a man kind of thing. That'll be enough, or might be enough, for Dillian to say, okay, I've been punked on live TV. All we need is a video, of Dillian being put on his back and given a few slaps on his chops. That's all you need, and I can't see how Dillian don't take that fight on principle. But the way boxing's going these days, even if Dillian did get double-legged by Bakole, he'd probably still wait for the AJ fight. So this fight ain't happening, people. And even if it did happen, someone's going to jack, or someone's going to turn up with no chin, like Dillian Whyte versus Fury, and get chinned with the first shot that lands. It's inevitable. Bakole's arm might pop out again. Do you know what I mean? Like last weekend's fight, Ryan Garcia versus Tank, that said a lot to me about where this sport's going. Seeing all that waffle, yeah, and then they get in the ring, and Ryan quits, and then everyone's saying, or Ryan's saying, oh, I love Tank. I want to be Tank's best friend. Tank, I want to be your wife. Tank, marry me. Oh, I love fighting the best. Oh, do you know what I'm saying? It's just weird. But that's the new age, people. There is no pride. It's all about the money. It's all about the look. Oh, I quit, but I still look good. And that's what this would be anyway. Just like AJ and Franklin. Just like White and Franklin. Oh, I look, you know what I mean? It's coming out to look good. Oh, I didn't get hit. Oh, I didn't get knocked down. That's the celebration now. Not, listen, I set about that man. I set about this man and changed him forever. I proved this man can't lace my boots. The old school guys, they had that level of ego about them. They thought it was almost disrespectful that the guy in front of them was even in the ring with them. Anyway, it's funny stuff. Dillian. I mean, Dillian's got the upper hand, full stop. Dillian's in full control here. And the more Bakole, bear in mind people, yeah, these are 6'5" fighters. The more Martin Bakole keeps talking, the worse it gets for him, in my opinion. Wait a minute, what's this big buff dude doing? Beg friending. Yeah? Martin Bakole's big enough, old enough to know if you want something, go and take it. Yeah? AKA, if you want something, go and take Dillian's back. Take his back and or sweep him. Go and take his legs. Take his legs, take his back and see what happens then. That's what Bakole needs to step up and do. Otherwise, he's just a waffler. And everyone can see through it. We can all see that he's just begging to get put on. That ain't turning Dillian on. What will turn Dillian on is when you take his back and sleep and put him to sleep quick. Do you understand? Anyway, let me know your thoughts, people. Smash the like button, subscribe, and let off the bell.